Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Financial Conversations with Brian. Today, I was wanting to get on here originally to talk about the different sources of income that I have, but as I was praying about it, Holy Spirit told me I needed to talk about honest money. So I changed everything that I was going to talk about, and we're going to talk about honest money, and is it coming or not? That's what we're going to talk about. So, as some of you may know or may not know, in 1971, President Nixon took us off the gold standard and put us on the debt-based dollar that we have today. It used to be backed by gold. No longer. Okay, so the American people have been scammed all of this time because this money that we're currently using is just printed out of thin air. It is, type it onto the screen and voila, money appears. Well, there's been a lot of countries that have been talking about it, like Russia and China and things like that are talking about going back to a gold or silver based currency. But this time there's a twist. They're talking about making it digital. Which would be interesting to see how they make this work, because as you know, cryptocurrencies are the newest thing here in the last decade or so, and it seems like it's going to be here to stay. I mean, you look up how many cryptocurrencies there are, and there's, hundreds now. When it just started with Bitcoin. But anyway, I don't want to get too deep, but I may end up going there anyway. But, when you look at the Bible, and it talks about during the tribulation and the end of days, that there will be a one world government, one world religion, and one world currency. Well, for that to happen, all currencies have to crash except for one. And that one may be already created, or it may not be created yet. It's hard to say. But one thing for sure, for all these currencies to basically collapse and be worth nothing, and for somebody to come in like the Antichrist and say, be the world ruler, all of these things would have to come together as one. Okay. All right. So, the United States, I think it was President Biden not too long ago, issued an executive order which talks about the U.S. having a digital dollar, which means, basically doing away with cash. Well, all that it's about really is control. Unfortunately, that's the bottom line. They'll try to make it sound like it's a good thing for you, that, you won't lose money, and, it's perfectly safe. It's out here in digital world, and, all that jazz. But, like I said, the bottom line is about control. And that's what they want. They want to monitor everything you buy, everything that you sell. They want to know your business, which I don't like that idea. I think it's terrible. I know they'll say, well, this could, maybe prevent criminals from doing things and things like that, which, yeah, maybe not. One thing for sure that you learn about criminals is they're always usually one step ahead, and they try to figure out a way to beat the system. So, who's to say the criminal couldn't mine their own currency just like they do these cryptocurrencies, just to start mining it? Who knows? But the bottom line, it's about control. And will we see honest money? Before this happens, will we go back to a silver or gold-based currency? I mean, I don't know if you remember that used to some of the dollars had silver certificate, you know. Will we go back to something like that in the digital realm first? It's hard to say. But one thing's for sure, is things are changing, and they're changing very quickly. A lot of stores now won't accept cash at all, and that's kind of troublesome because it makes you wonder if the government's putting pressure on them to start phasing it out. Hardly anybody carries cash anymore. Most everybody carries, a credit card or a debit card, and very little cash. And the whole event that happened a couple of years ago. I can't say the word for YouTube, but the event, maybe people start thinking about health more and that dirty cash. You can spread something with that dirty cash and that dirty change, and everybody handles it, and and then you touch your face, and they can try to use anything they want to try to sell an idea. But the scary part is they're wanting to change the whole credit system. And where you have a credit score now based on your responsibility, the amount of credit you have, do you pay on time, all of these things, your debt, how much you're using of that debt. They're all wanting to change that and make it a social credit score. Now, this is the part that I don't like at all, because they come up with what's socially acceptable. So if you don't do certain things, and I'm not going to say anything about what that may be, but if your ideology of some sort doesn't match with theirs, or let's say you take part in different events, or you belong to certain groups that they don't like, and it's digital, they can basically just hit that delete button. And guess what? You don't have access to any money. Zero. Because cash is gone. And you cannot buy or sell without it. So what do you think about that? Doesn't sound too good to me. It sounds like a mark type thing, or at least a path to that mark. So, I don't know. This is my thoughts for today. If you ever get a chance, there's a book out there. It's called Web of Debt. And I believe the lady who wrote that book, I believe her last name is Brown. But it is a very big book. I mean, it's pretty thick, but loads of information about the history of money and debt and the Federal Reserve System, which the Federal Reserve is talking about raising the interest rates again, perhaps 75 to 100 basis points, once or twice more. Which is a double-edged sword, because, if you're retired or whatever, and let's say, you have interest-bearing accounts, then yes, you're going to earn more interest, which will be a positive for that. But the negative side of it is this housing and the economy. You do it too quickly, and the brakes can come on, and everything just slows down. Businesses have a harder time getting capital, which means that the funding of the businesses or hiring of people could greatly slow down. And you add that to already a labor shortage where you don't have enough people working, and what do you get? Along with rising prices. Doesn't sound good. So, just some food for thought. Leave some comments below about what you think. Do you think it's possible that we'll go back to an honest money system before, one world government, one world religion, one world currency? Do you think we'll go back to that? Or do you think we'll just skip right over that? Either way, it's probably a good idea. Now, I know a lot of people don't like gold and silver as an investment, and being a Dave Ramsey financial advisor, financial coach, he doesn't like gold and silver, and because it doesn't create an income, it doesn't provide a stream of income, but it does at least hold its value with a falling dollar. And in my opinion, it's worth having some. Now, I wouldn't go all out and say, I'm just going to put everything in gold and silver. But if you wanted to put, say, 5%, 10% of your portfolio into gold and silver as a hedge and a backup, probably a great idea. Because who knows what the future may hold. Right now, it's really wise, I think, to use the biblical perspective of being well diversified and have everything spread out. That way, if any one thing fails, you have something else to fall back on. So, by the way, if you haven't subscribed, hit the like button. I'm trying to grow this channel, and right now it's kind of a hobby, doing this whenever I get an opportunity, but I'd like to turn it into something more eventually. So please subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell icon so you'll be notified of any future videos, and let me know what you think. Are we headed towards digital very soon, all digital, digital without precious metals, or precious metals tied with digital? What's your thoughts? Please leave a comment below. And I guess I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.